Good evening. How are you doing? So, Facebook Live, weekly Facebook Live, and this time from Wednesday, because Wednesday, as you know, I'm into coaching, and every Wednesday I'm planning to do something called as Magic Circle for my students. So that time was blocked, and so the time that left for the Facebook Live was this day, Saturday. So I thought of doing it today, and that's how I kind of programmed it, and that's how I scheduled it. So thank you so much, first of all, for joining in, every one of you. Thank you so much. As you know, this is the 11th episode of first series. I could see so many people are joining, and that's really wonderful. So it's the 11th episode of first series, right? So of Think Different. Now, every time when I use this word think different, it has got some kind of energy, like the word let's inspire. It has got some energy. Just do it. Again, it got some energy, right? So I love this couple of words which I can, which really brings in that essence from out of you, and connect with the people in very different level, right? So that's what a whole think different concept is all about. And in this episode, what I normally try and do is I try and answer entrepreneurs' questions related to the business growth. And the answer that I try and give is from the branding perspective, right? Think Different is the slogan of well-known brand called Apple, right? So, I won't call it slogan, it's a tagline. So, see, now with this one tagline, the entire perspective of looking at a brand changes. The employees, the way they behave, it could change. The way people perceive the brand could change. Simple tagline. They know what they stand for, right? They really know what they stand for. They are working towards the people who think different, right? So considering this, now what I would like to add to the conversation here is, when it comes to branding, most of us have this problem where we say our sales team is not able to sell the way we are selling. Like this complaint is almost every time. Like for every entrepreneur, I would say out of 100, if not 90, at least 80, 85 entrepreneurs say, it's very difficult to get the good salespeople. If one thing works, the other doesn't. If the other thing works, this doesn't. So all of them have a tactics to hold back the employees. Different tactics you use. You give them some perks, you give them stay, you give them some offers, increase in hike, everything people try. But let me tell you something here. The moment you stop giving perks, they will lose interest, because you're holding them back with you only by giving them the perks. You're not able to dig deep into them and try to understand what they really need. Let me give you in general what people really looking for. Okay, in general, just a second, there is some, okay. In general, people looking for one thing, that is satisfaction. Satisfaction with the work they are doing. They may not know it. They may think I'm working this for getting money. Definitely, you need to give them money. You cannot get people to work for no money. Although people are ready to work for no money if that satisfaction level is at different level. But I'm saying you have to pay. That's one part of it. But more you need to work towards the satisfaction of the mental satisfaction. And the study shows, this is not me, and the study shows that human beings always crave for something bigger than they could achieve on a daily basis. They always strive for that. They want something that could satisfy them by doing it. For that, you need to find out what is that satisfaction that your employees are looking for. One of the best way to put this is finding your business purpose. Do your business has got real purpose? You should be asking this question to your employees. You should be asking this question to yourself. Is your brand or is your business working towards any purpose? Is that purpose higher or bigger than the profit that you're making? When I say higher or bigger, you cannot measure it with the same scale. You need to measure it by the satisfaction level. If I pay you 100 rupees, will you do this job? Or I'll say, this is my purpose, will you do this job? If people say, at 100, I'm ready to work on this, then the purpose is higher. If they say, I think I need 200, we'll say, okay. Then say, no, 200 is not enough, like I mean it 300. So if they start bargaining on that, purpose is not that powerful, right? So this is how you need to figure out what is the real purpose, and you need to put that purpose in the perspective for your employees to understand why your business exists. The moment you are able to do this, believe me, 70% of your employees, if not less, may leave the company. What you thought? I would say they will love? No, they will leave the company. Because most of them don't understand this. Although they are striving for this, but because of the social norms, because of the things working outside, they want to leave your company and go. I would say that's the best thing that could happen to your company. The people, the 30% people who will stay back, they are the ones who really want to work for your company. They are the gems of your company. You need to maintain or you need to retain them, right? So once you understand how to retain these people, that's when the magic happens. That's when you see things start working out. Now with that purpose, with that sense of purpose in their mind, if they start working, believe me, they could do wonders for you. They could do really wonders for you. So what I would say is, first of all, I really want you to focus on your purpose, because this is the way of thinking different. So far, you must have worked on different areas, the tactics, the strategies, the this and that. But I really believe that first you should work on the principles. And the principles cannot be explained better than understanding the psyche of your employees, your customers, or your own psyche. Right? Once you strive and understand these things, you will see the sales and people management become it would become like, I won't say really a cakewalk, but it would be much easier. Right? So that's it about this particular live. But what I'm really looking forward is for people to ask questions, even if you're watching this not live. Even if you're not live, and if you're watching this Facebook live, Facebook recorded version of this, I would say leave your comment in the chat box, and I'll definitely do that. I'll definitely kind of reply to your comments. I'll definitely reply to your comments, so that you need to, because it's see, I felt, I'm so sorry, I felt a little lost here. But what I really wanted to say is, I really want you to understand this. When it comes to business growth, branding has a lot of potential to unfold a lot of things. But the problem with us is, we look at branding just as a logo or website. That's where things get stuck. I request you to come out of that mindset and think aloud. It's much more than, you just read some of the quotes online about branding. People say, if business is the body, then brand is the soul. When people who are already into the branding, if they use this kind of word, that means branding is much more than having a logo and website. Okay, so with that, I would like to end this session. If the people who are there, if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer you guys. Go ahead and ask your questions. Let's take 10 more seconds. Yeah, if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer that. Thank you. Okay, let's say 30 more seconds, because I think if you need to type, at least you need 30 seconds to type your questions, right? So, yeah. Today I tried with FaceTime video. I usually use my mobile phone for the recording, but today I was trying with my FaceTime, so I think it's pretty well. I could have shaved, I believe. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So that's it for the day. See you next week on Saturday. Thank you so much.